Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a update video for my channel, Majorshepard. Um, so I've got some, well, bad news, I guess, for the channel for the moment. As some of you may know, if you've watched my live streams or if you've watched any recent videos, you would have noticed that me mentioning stuff about my hard drive. And this is basically just to explain what's happened and what's happening, or what happened and what's happening now. So to start off, on not last week, the week before last, on Friday, no wait, Thursday, sorry, I was just browsing. I was on Google Chrome and I was talking to some people on Skype, and I had Steam open. I was basically just hanging out, doing random stuff, when all of a sudden, all the windows, Skype, Steam, and Google Chrome, just froze, and they had the not responding option in the top. I would say, like Google Chrome, bracket, not responding, close bracket. And that stayed like that for about 1 to 2 seconds. Well, actually, probably like 5 to 10 seconds, probably. Then after that, it stopped and everything was fine again. I was able to watch videos and do other stuff. That lasted for about 1 to 2 minutes. And then I got a blue screen of death. I got the message that says, like, there's been an error with Windows 10. Saving your files and restarting now. So I let it do that. Obviously, at the time, I was like, what the fuck? So I let it restart. It went through normally. It went to the Windows boot up screen and stayed there for a good 5 minutes, which is much longer than it usually takes. It usually takes like 1 to 2 minutes, but 5 minutes was way too long, so I thought I'd restart it. And I did, and then before it came up to the boot up screen, it came up with automatic disk repair, which attempted to scan and repair, but it didn't repair anything. It finished, and then it went to the boot up screen again and stayed there again. So each time I tried to restart it, it would do an automatic disk repair, which would fix nothing, and then I wouldn't be able to get onto the computer. So in the end, I ended up having to boot up my other drive, which is an SSD, which ran Windows 8.1. While on there, I could access everything that was on the hard drive, but obviously it was on Windows 8.1, and I had to reinstall all the drivers that my games required. So I had to do that, and while I was doing that, I was trying to see if I could fix the hard drive on my own. I was doing things like using installation media to repair the installation, refresh, reset, fix the thing, use command prompt through the USB so I could deactivate automatic disk repair so I could get to the troubleshooter, so then I could use the options in that. None of them worked. It starts and then it says the operation has failed, cancelling changes or any changes it made. So everything I've tried could not fix it. So I ended up making the decision to try and make the SSD, focus completely on the SSD and try and get that to work. As you can see, I've got that to work. It's got all my settings and drivers that I think I had on the other one, and everything was working fine for a week. So that's why for the week you were able to see me do some live streams, do some recordings and upload them. Some of them may be a bit iffy, but they were good enough. And then yesterday, last night to be precise, I was doing my own thing. I had Skype up, I had Chrome, and I had Steam up, because I always seem to have those three every day, near enough. And then Skype, which was from the hard drive, stopped. It froze. It was just Skype. It just suddenly froze, and it wouldn't load the conversation. So I closed it, restarted it, and it booted up fine, as it normally does. But as soon as it tried to load a conversation that I was having, or any conversation, where it would show like the text log, it would then crash again. So I did that like 3 or 4 times, and then I just gave up and decided to install it onto the SSD. Of course, it was a new version, so I was like, "Ooh, it looks new," but it worked, no problems, no whatsoever. It just worked and had all my contacts and settings already. So yeah, that was fine. But But then I started to notice that everything that was on the hard drive didn't work anymore. Like, Steam was open, but I couldn't load any of the games. And then when I tried to close Steam, it wouldn't close. So I had to do Task Manager and do end task for the Steam apps. And then, of course, when I did that, it wouldn't start up again. So I tried the other stuff. I tried things like Revo Uninstaller. It said it didn't load up. I tried Artweaver. That didn't work. Or Clip Studio. Or Vampire Shortcut. I tried to do all of those, and none of them worked. So I decided to restart my computer, or shut it down, because it was late at night, and I was like, I'll deal with this in the morning, which I did. I have tried anyway. So yeah, I said I'll leave it in the morning. So I decided to shut it off, and the SSD shut off fine. It shut off straight away, but it seemed as though my computer was still on, even though the screen itself had turned itself off and the SSD was off. The hard drive was still going, like it was still being used, as though it was loading up a process or something. And it stayed like that for a good 3 to 5 minutes. And I was like, okay, well, I can't exactly leave it on, because if I leave it on, it might burn out or something, or it might keep going throughout the night and not turn off. So I decided to just, do a manual shutdown, which is where you press and hold the power button and then it shuts off. So I did that, and then I went to bed. And then the next day, I booted it up. It took a bit longer than normal for an SSD, because usually with the SSD it takes like 1 to 2 seconds, and then it's ready. But this time it took as long as it would if I used the hard drive, and longer. Like, it took 8 minutes and more to load up. I was like, oh, okay, this doesn't look good. And then obviously when I came on, I see what I'm seeing right now. Anything that's on the hard drive, on the when I'm on the SSD is called the C drive, and the hard drive is called the D drive. So I'll just call it the D drive to make it easier. So the D drive, anything that's on there, that's on the desktop, does not open. So like I said, I can't open Steam. It comes up with saying driver is inaccessible. Make sure connection is inputted correctly, and blah blah blah. Or Quick Gamma won't boot up. It will say everything for all of the options. I can't even open the File Explorer to look at the files on the D drive. When I try to open it, the actual File Explorer crashes, and I have to close it with the Task Manager, which then crashes all of the Windows operating systems. So like the bar at the bottom would have nothing in it for a bit. All of the screen would go red because of the background, the bars. I've set it as red, and it would just have to refresh the Windows Explorer stuff. But yeah, I mean, I can't access anything on the D drive, and I've restarted a few times with varying results. Like one time it would boot up straight away, no problem. Still wouldn't be able to access the D drive, but it would boot up fast, which is okay. There are times when it goes slow, and there are times like now where the D drive completely disappears from the list. So like when you go to this PC, it shows like desktop downloads, music, pictures, videos, and then it shows the drives you have. Usually it would show the Samsung drive as the C drive first, and then it would show the hard drive underneath that. This time it only shows the C drive. The D drive has completely disappeared. Which is weird though, because I can see it on the device manager where it would say like Samsung and then WDC blah blah blah, which is the name of the hard drive. It would show it, but for some reason it's not showing up in the list. So I'm thinking that the actual operating system is like, there's something wrong with this drive, so we're not going to try and access it. Which makes sense, but at the same time, it's like, well, now I can't do anything with it. So that's basically what's happened. And the thing is, the D drive has everything. It has the games, it has the videos, it basically has everything that I need to supply the channel with videos. So without it, I can't do anything. I can't play any games, I can't record. Well, I can record this because I've installed Bandicam on the SSD, but I can't access the D drive because it's not working. So I can't record anything because there's nothing to record. So what it would be is that I've tried to get into contact with a tech friend to see if he can sort it out, and I've managed to discuss with him, and then he says he'll give it a look. So I'm giving him the computer this Sunday, Sunday afternoon. Unfortunately, that would mean that for this entire week there will be no videos because there's nothing I can't do. I can't upload anything because the videos I've got ready to upload are on the D drive, but I can't get on there to upload them. So you can see where I kind of am. I know some people are saying, "Well, why don't you just use the SSD to store your videos?" Well, because the videos are quite big. They're like, what is it? They can be 10 gigabytes big, unedited, and then if I edit them and save them as like for YouTube or recommended for this project using the media manager, it will then half it or put it down to 3 gigabytes, which is good, but it's not the drive is not big enough because the SSD is only 250 gigabytes, and most of that is now filled with drives and the actual operating system and things like I need like Origin and Studio, OBS, and Skype, and Google Chrome. So I can't install anything bigger than one game onto this. So it at the moment I've only got 109 gigabytes. If I install a game, that's going to take up most of it. So and videos will just take up all the space. So yeah, for the moment I can't do anything about uploading any videos. I can't even live stream because they're on the D drive as well. I can open live stream and just live stream nothing, but you wouldn't want to watch nothing. So yeah, so just to clear out what's going to happen is that this week there'll be no videos, no live streams. There will be the one live stream, which is the role-playing game, because I don't need an actual game for that because it's on the internet, so that's kind of different, so that's fine. But everything else, so that's Dragon Age, Fallout 4, XCOM 2, any of the videos you were expecting this week will not be showing up because I can't get to them until this issue is sorted out. Hopefully when I give the guy my computer, he'll be able to sort it out as quickly and as possible, so then I can hurry up and start churning out videos again. I think I had this week's videos all ready to get uploaded, so as soon as the computer's up, I'll upload all of those all at once, so then it will make up for the missed week, and then I'll see about what I can do with the live streams. But yeah, this is just a video just to explain all of that, what's going on, and I hope you all can understand. I mean, it really sucks that this has actually happened because, you know, I use my computer for everything. It's like being in contact with friends, doing basically sort of my job / hobby, which is YouTube, and you know, just everything else. So without it, it's like, I don't know, I've lost a limb or something. Like I've lost my connection to the outside world. But yeah, until this gets sorted out, there'll be no videos this week, and until it gets fixed, there might not be any next week either. So I'm just letting you know what's going on, so then you don't, think that, oh, he's given up on YouTube. It's like, I haven't given up on YouTube, it's just that my computer has decided to freak out on me. So hopefully this issue will be sorted out quickly, and hopefully we'll start uploading videos next week. If not, then the week after. But yeah, not having a good week this week, are we? But anyway, that's everything for today. Thank you all for watching and, sticking around. I hope you all manage to stick around until this issue gets fixed. Like I suddenly don't come back and I have no subscribers. That would really suck. That would really, really suck because of all this hard work. But hey, what can you do? So thank you all for watching this, and I hope to see you soon. So until next time, guys, see ya.